Hello, this is Lori Lisa with Revitalize Mind Body Therapies. I've gotten a lot of inquiries on what Ayurveda is, and so I wanted to pass it along and go a little bit more in depth about what it is. I do have a page on my website that does explain it, but I'll go ahead and give you a little bit more into the insight of Ayurveda and what I do to have a better understanding. So Ayurveda is an ancient medical practice, actually the oldest medical practice known in history. They've actually found transcripts and all of that dating way back thousands and thousands of years. So yeah, it's been around forever. Obviously longer than Western medicine, not shunning Western medicine, but Ayurveda takes the holistic approach, meaning it ties in the mind and the body, and it looks at the whole body. And it basically looks at everything that's going on with the body, even like your lifestyle and diet and everything, not just the symptom or the issue at hand. And so Ayurveda ties in with nature and the elements, and using nature to help heal. And knowing that the client is the healer, knowing that is very important. The practitioner is only the facilitator, giving you a nudge, helping you along, but you are ultimately your own healer, and using the elements of the earth to help heal. And I'll explain a little bit more about that. So basically what happens is that a health coach or a practitioner that uses Ayurveda will basically dissect you from the inside out, knowing who you are and what you do, anything that can contribute to any of your ailments or any issues that you're dealing with, because you have to remember that there's nothing that's insignificant, or there's nothing that doesn't matter, because everything comes to play when it comes to your health. You have to remember that. So you may think that walking 5 miles a day is not affecting your your back, or it's not affecting this or that. It can. So just remembering that stuff. So Ayurveda focuses on what are called the doshas, and the doshas make up your constitution. Your constitution is who you are. If you've heard of that term, constitution, it's who you are, and that means like your personality, your physical appearance, your habits, everything about you is your constitution. And the doshas are pieces of the constitution. And what happens is with these doshas, they can get out of balance, and when they're out of balance, that's when you start to really have issues physically, mentally, psychologically, and you need to start balancing them with what are known as the attributes or the opposites, using the elements of the earth. And so there are 3 types of doshas, and they are vata, pitta, and kapha. So vata, just to give you an idea, describing some physical and mental, psychological, vatas tend to be on the smaller side, like me. I am a vata, so when I start talking about this, you can look at me and go, oh yeah, okay, I see it. Smaller side, definitely a bubbly personality, restless, creative, imaginative, they think outside the box, they can be worrywarts, they can get pretty anxious, they can change their mind a lot or be indecisive, and so that pretty much sums up a vata. Oh, and the other thing too is vatas tend to have cold extremities, like they run cold, like their hands and their feet. It takes a lot for them to warm up. That can be me. But I tend to have a little bit of pitta in me now too, because I think of the aging process and the hormones and everything. I tend to have a little bit more pitta in me in that aspect. And so pitta is probably the medium build, good build type. They're definitely fiery. They have a lot of ambition, a lot of intellect. They're very, very smart up here. They have a good sharp memory, and they're they're kind of a quick wit, a good communication, great with people. They can also get pretty angry. They tend to have anger issues and things like that, and they can also have a lot of digestive issues. Oh, and for Vata, I should say that they tend to have circulation issues, hence the cold hands and feet. But with Pitta, it tends to reside in the abdominal area. They tend to have more digestive issues. And then for Kapha, Kaphas tend to be the steady, nurturing type. So if you think of like a motherly figure, they're very nurturing. They like a steady kind of routine to their day. And they can get sluggish. It's hard for them to get motivated sometime. They tend to be a little bit bigger build. And they really tend to be very compassionate and put others first. And when they tend to put others first, that means that they tend to lack in caring for themselves. To give you some examples of some metaphors, I guess, so to speak, of these doshas to give me a better idea of what they are, I'm going to use some characters from Winnie the Pooh. So with Vata, that would be Tigger. Tigger is a Vata. Tigger is bouncy flouncy, fun. He bounces all over the place. He's restless. He likes to have fun. He's spontaneous, restless. I think I already said that, didn't I? But when he does have any issues, he starts to worry. He's a worrier. But it's an anxious worry, and that's, you know, I tend to have that issue too. So that's a Vata. Tigger is Vata. With Pitta, we would probably think of Rabbit. Rabbit loves working on his garden. He's a very hard worker. He's kind of that type A perfectionist personality, and he tends to get a little fiery. He gets angry, so he does have his little bouts of anger, and you probably see it in his gut that he probably has some digestive issues too. So that would be a Pitta, and then Kapha would be Winnie the Pooh. Kapha, he's definitely on the steadier side. He's always thinking of others first, but when he gets in a predicament, it's kind of like the woe is me kind of personality. So putting so much effort and energy into caring for others, it comes back as, oh no, look at me, I'm a mess. So that's Winnie the Pooh. So I hope that gives you a good idea of what the doshas are. And if one gets imbalanced, you're going to notice heightened qualities, so to speak, of that. So you could, a Vata could be worrying too much, or could be very, very cold all the time, or just have circulation problems, or too restless, cannot sit still, you know, things like that. That's when you know the Vata is too high, it's out of balance. Pitta, obviously anger issues, digestive issues, won't stop talking, things like that. It'd definitely be very high in Pitta. And with Kapha, it would be, again, putting too much out there to help others and not caring for yourself. Sinus issues is what Kapha tends to deal with. So you have Vata, circulation, Pitta, digestive, and Kapha is sinus or congestion issues. So in that, you would definitely want to be, once you find out where your dosha balance or imbalance is, if you have any imbalance, you want to look at that dosha and try to balance it with the opposite using elements. So each dosha has their combination of elements. So Vata is air and ether, which would be space. Very, you know, up there, floaty, spacey, I guess you can call it. Mind always wandering. Pitta is a combination of fire and water. Obviously those don't mix, so that's where the anger and the digestive issues come in to play. And then Kapha is going to be earth and water, so things that are down to the earth, a little bit slower and flowing. So if you start to notice that you feel like there's too much of one element of the dosha going haywire, you definitely want to bring it down with an opposite element. So let's say I am way too spacey, I can't focus today. I definitely need to ground myself somehow. I need earth elements. I need to put my feet in the grass. I need to eat some salad. I need to sit on the floor. Anything that I feel is going to be grounding for me and bring me back down to earth. So if you are curious and to know what your dosha is, this may not have helped you enough. I actually have a Dosha Questionnaire online. Shh, don't tell anybody else. I'm just letting you in on this. You can go to my website, www.revitalizemindbody.com, and go to the Contact tab, and under that it'll say Forms, another tab. Click on that, and you'll notice the Dosha Questionnaire. Click on that and print it out, fill it out, and yeah, it's going to be about 3 or 4 pages long. There's going to be a lot of questions, even going down to your face shape and your eye size and your memory and all kinds of stuff that you probably don't even think about a lot. And so with that being said, it would be best to have somebody who knows you pretty well help you out with the questionnaire, because they will see you in a different perspective than you do, and they may help you kind of, you know, get to the correct thing. You may see yourself a certain way, but they'll be like, no, you really are like this. And so getting an outside perspective is probably going to be very, very valuable in this, and you're really going to learn something about yourself in doing this. So once you find out where you are on the Dosha Questionnaire, if you have any imbalance, you can start to take that in consideration and see where you need to balance out, and bringing in those attributes or those opposites of the elements, whether it be in your diet or your sleep habits or your activities or anything like that, you know, just to try to balance you out. So what I do is Ayurvedic massage, and I also do holistic health coaching, tying in nutrition on an Ayurvedic aspect. So with Ayurvedic massage, basically the basic Ayurvedic massage is just going off your skin type and giving you a soothing, relaxing massage using a base oil to help your skin type. And with the enhanced, I actually have you take the Dosha Questionnaire, and we kind of evaluate where you lie on the Dosha Questionnaire and see where you need to balance, and then we incorporate a proper base oil to balance that dosha, as well as a handmade essential oil blend by me with quality essential oils to balance out that dosha. And I use very soothing Swedish strokes, and they're either going to go to the heart or to the extremities, depending on your dosha and any conditions you may have. And yeah, you're just going to sink into the table and enjoy it. I always end with a scalp massage, and sometimes massage the marma points or pressure points in the head to help balance the dosha as well. With health coaching, what I do is, like I said, I'm a massage therapist also, so I tie in everything from, you know, posture awareness and self-care with nutrition, because I'm a certified nutritional coach, and I dissect you from the minute you wake up to the moment you go to sleep and how you sleep, and really determine what factors are that come into play any health concerns that you have. And with that, then we start to set some goals and work on those goals on a holistic perspective. That is, you're taking charge and adjusting certain dietary changes or lifestyle changes, or adding exercises into your life, or whatever it may be, you know, new sleep positions, getting a new mattress, whatever it may be, on a holistic perspective, and finding the elements that are going to balance your dosha out for you. And so it's very in-depth, but you will get great results. And then I really try to motivate you to stay on track, and it can be really fun and exciting, and I really like the connection that I make with my clients in doing so. So I hope that all helps for you. If you have any other questions or you want to get in touch with me, feel free to email me. All my information is on my website. Again, that's revitalizemindbody.com. Thank you again so much for coming by.